For somebody who doesn't understand praxeology or read Mises, what would be like the short breakdown? How would you explain that to somebody for people who don't understand? Or, you know, I haven't read Mises. I'm a Bitcoin maxi, and in a lot of ways I've maybe skipped over some of the things that a lot of people have done to get to that thesis or understanding.
Well, I'd say there's so much to learn from the simplest axioms. Like so praxeology is entirely based on statements that you cannot refute, because if you try to refute them, you prove that they are true in the rebuttal.
Okay.
So for instance, the first axiom of praxeology is human action is purposeful behavior.
Yes.
And if you say no, it's not, you do that on purpose.
Right.
Right. And if I and these simple observations leading to these statements can tell you so much about the limits of knowledge in the realm of human action. So it can tell you that it can very define and like put borders around what economics can and cannot teach you. So for instance, if I say you own your own body, you control it, you can argue against that. And in doing so, you need to control and own your own body.
Right.
So, oh, sorry about that. We can get into the whole argumentation ethics of it. Just one example of what this stuff can do. If I argue with you about something, I have implicitly agreed that argumentation is a what's the word? A suitable tool for resolving whatever we're arguing about.
Okay.
So if I choose to not at some point stop arguing and just do what I want by force instead, like for instance, if I argue with a taxman that taxes are theft, and he agrees and then chooses to take my stuff anyway,
right,
then it's not an argument. It's not an argument anymore. It's just him bullying me.
Okay.
So it's the limits of what in defining what an argument is, you implicitly accept absolute property rights, which may sound far-fetched, but if you boil these things down to these irrefutable axioms, you can see that is necessarily true for all arguments that all have ever occurred in between human beings ever.
Yeah.
So and you can get to natural law from the very fact that we've come to agreement that we own our own bodies, because we can't argue against that.
Right.
So if we find something in nature, like a nice juicy ribeye steak is suddenly materializes here on the table. So who do we assign as the owner to that ribeye steak? Well, we can do that in three ways. We can say that, okay, Eric is always the owner of everything that ever shows up. He's the benevolent leader and he has the right to everything. He's the king, or I am. That's the first way. The second way is no, it's collectively owned by our entire group. But then a problem arises, like, what's the group?
Right.
How big is the group? Is it the family? Is it the municipality? Is it the country? Is it all of humanity?
Yeah, if everyone owns something, nobody does.
So that's not a good way of assigning who owns the property either. So the natural owner is whoever homesteads it. And homesteading a ribeye steak sounds a little bit strange, but whoever found it first is the legitimate owner. If I find something in nature and make use of it, you cannot argue against it being mine without running into a logical contradiction.
So possession is ownership.
No, possession is not ownership, but homesteading is the first acquisition of property.
Okay.
Possession and ownership, different things. I can be your hat. For this is my favorite example. It's simple. You are the owner of, and you are in possession of your hat. If you give your hat to me, just to make the example here,
yes,
I have two choices, and now I'm in possession of it. You're still the legal owner of it.
Right.
You have given it to me under the pretense that you think I will give it back to you at some point. So if you say, Knut, can I have my hat back, please?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Can I have my hat back?
Now I have two choices.
Yep.
I can say, yes, I'm upholding the contract because I understand natural law and I understand argumentation ethics and I'm not a bad person.
Right.
So here's your hat. I also have the second choice, which is, fuck you, Eric, I'm taking the hat.
Right.
So that's the difference between ownership and possession.
Okay.
And Bitcoin, once again, is one level deeper because it's neither ownership nor possession. It's just owning a secret.
Oh,
it's just
so
knowing a secret.
That's so wild.
So it's even deeper than possession because they live within you. They're part of your brain.
Okay.
But yeah, and this is where natural law comes in. Who's the rightful owner of what? And if in the world today, we have possessions. All of us have possessions. And almost none of them are homesteaded. Like Rob didn't find that painting in nature somewhere.
Right.
You didn't find your phone in nature. These beautiful mic stands weren't found in nature. They are a product of centuries and even tens, even hundreds of thousands of years of free market evolution and theft. They all have... I bet VAT was paid on all of this stuff.
Probably.
Which means there's a portion of theft in it.
Yeah.
This land was probably taken from some native tribe at some point.
Unfortunately, yes.
So historically, everything is a mix between the two, between civilized interactions, i.e. trade, and uncivilized interactions, i.e. violence.
Consensual trade and non-consensual trade.
Consensual means civilized, and non-consensual means barbaric.
Yeah.
So taxes are the price we pay to live in an uncivilized society.
Yes.
But if we're going to ever come to closer to ANCAP utopia, which is the proper way of seeing the world and the only system, quote-unquote system, that can be true and morally valid and ethically valid for all people at all times. That is a trajectory. Like, I don't believe Ancapistan can ever exist, but we can get closer to it by respecting property rights more rather than less. Mm-hmm. And then we have to pick a starting point from who owns what. And there's no better starting point than right now. I cannot come in here and say that I own all of Robert's books and with very much moral authority. Mm-hmm. He still owns them, even though the petrodollar system exists and Europe is fucked because of your central bank. Like,
right. Yeah.
It's not Robert's fault.
Right.
So where do you draw the line? And the line is whatever you own right now is your property.
Yes.
If you own it legitimately. And there's another important aspect of this. If I steal something, if I steal your phone, what would happen in fiat land and in politics is that cops would have, like if it works as intended, cops would take me away under gun threat and throw me into prison for being a thief. Mm-hmm. That's theoretically what's supposed to happen in what people mostly refer to as a civilized society.
Right.
Yeah, but who pays the cop's salary? Who pays for my time in prison? Everyone else in that democracy, right? Every taxpayer does.
Yes.
Even though they had nothing to do with the conflict between you and me.
That's a good point.
So there are other crimes being committed just because I committed a crime against you. The state is committing a whole plethora of crimes by stealing from everyone else something that had nothing to do with them. You see what I'm getting at?
I do, yes.
So that's where natural law comes from, and that even the juridical system should be privately run. And the people should, to the largest extent possible, try to resolve their conflicts without involving the state.
Yes.
Because the state is the biggest perpetrator of all.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click here to find more just like it, and here to find our most recent episode. Also, make sure to like this video to help shine light on the corruption of money, and be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay connected.